Hey guys, Traxxas has released a new truck called the X-Maxx. Right off the bat, when I saw this truck, it reminded me of the Vitera Holix. I actually have this pulled up here. It's just, I say this only because of the way, if you guys can see this pretty clear, kind of the way the bumper is designed and kind of the way the body kind of fits around the bumper. Not saying it's a copy of it because it is a completely different design, but the resemblance is that this new X-Maxx could be this car's older brother if it was just a normal person kind of looking at it and not knowing that much about RC. That's one of the things I saw kind of right off the bat. It's just the design of it is somewhat similar to it. I know the body doesn't actually right here fit around it, but anywho, I'm going to take a couple of minutes and go through this, and you guys can put all your comments and everything below because I'll also be commenting as well. I saw this today, and Traxxas has got some pretty good stuff on their website. Some pretty good action videos with it. I hope that this truck is as tough as they are stating it is. These are just some action videos from their site. This is the actual design of the truck, and it seems like it comes in two colors. This kind of greenish bluish color, and then also this red one that's in action here. So if we scroll down a little bit, we'll see that this thing is huge. It's actually bigger than my rival. I thought my rival was pretty big. I think that the claim is that this truck is going to be 1/5 scale because it's definitely bigger than a 1/8 scale. So it's definitely bigger than a Savage and everything there. Another thing I thought was interesting was this self-righting feature that the truck has. Basically, when the truck flips over, I'm not sure if you hit a switch or something. It says a couple of things here in the description about it. Press a button, and in most cases, this exclusive patent pending Traxxas innovation flips X-Maxx back over onto its wheels. I've done this in my videos with my regular cars and my trucks that I flipped over my big monster trucks. And I know that in order for this feature to work right, you got to have some pretty big tires for it as well. So that's going to be interesting to see exactly how this works and how this comes about, because the diffs better be strong, because I've ripped a diff once by doing this, and I've also broken some of the plastic dog bones, of course, but it's an interesting feature, so we'll see how that goes about it. This car also has TSM in it, the Traxxas System Management. I forgot what the whole acronym is, but I'll come to that in just a minute. Here's an action video. You can actually go to Traxxas' site and see it. I have my volume turned on, so I'm not going to play the video here. Of course, it's got these, which I don't really like too well, the Traxxas plugs on there. But it seems like the battery box is pretty good to put in there. They're showing a couple of size comparisons here on their site. Compared to the E-Maxx, you see how big this thing is. My rival was a little bit bigger than the E-Maxx. So they show a quick layout of the chassis as well, which is good. The batteries seem to be able to fit up in there pretty well. Of course, it comes with a new system, which will be interesting. It's a 1600 kV motor, and it's a VXLS. Can hold up to 6S LiPos. So, of course, it comes with the Traxxas Link, Bluetooth enabled. And here is it talking about the TSM, Traxxas Stability Management, which is a very interesting feature. I've seen someone run this in another car. It didn't work out too well. Showing bottom of the chassis. Looks to be pretty sturdy, sturdier than that of the E-Maxx. And also the E-Revo, those things break pretty well. Here's just a self-righting in place where the car flips over. Then I don't know if there's a sensor or something on there, but you hit this button that they're showing here, and it automatically goes crazy until it flips over. That'll be interesting to see how that does on 6S. I'm pretty sure that's just going to rip some stuff apart. Of course, it is water resistant. Bodiless clips, they talk about that on there. I think that's also down here. There's a quick snippet of the bodiless clips on there. I thought that's a very nice feature. That's something very innovative. It seems like it may be actually one clip. So that body is probably pretty tough. And that just goes back to the battery tray, showing how the batteries fit up in there. Pretty easy fit, but those are 8400. So those are pretty big. I wonder if it'll fit the 10,000 milliamp 2S LiPos, but you see it's long enough to fit longer LiPos in there as well. I don't know about thicker LiPos, but size proportion, they have one on here with the Stampede. That's just showing you the inside of the chassis as well. Now this is what I thought was pretty interesting. Oh, in fact, this can focus in there for a second. You'll see that diff That looks like the same diff that is in my Stampede 4x4, that is in my Traxxas XMAXX, which is basically a Traxxas 4x4 Platinum. Also the same one that is in the X01. These diffs have held up pretty good, but I know that on my Stampede, after when I first got the very first one years ago in 2010 when it first came out, after about 6 months of running on 3S consistently and also doing wheelies and all that stuff, some of the parts did wear on it, and that's just running on a 10 scale, about 5-pound truck on 3S. This probably weighs about 15 pounds or more. I'm not sure the exact weight, but it's going to be pretty heavy. So it's going to be interesting to see if those diffs hold up for a long time. And also, seems like they put dog bones with it. Don't know how strong those are. Seems like it may have somewhat of a weak point here, but we won't know until we actually see it up close. Talks about some of the features here. I like the actual tire design, but once again, let's see this Vatera car, because the design seems to still, like I said, somewhat resemble that. I liked this truck, but I never got one because I did hear, yeah, it is a little bit different on there. I was looking at some of the tire design. Anyway, I've seen this tread design somewhat before. I can't remember if it was on an HPI car or not, but it's interesting. They come up with their unique somewhat design for this. So the chassis, they've been pretty good at when they build 4x4 cars, making it easy to disassemble the front and the rear also from the main chassis. Like that's also what's here as well. I'm not sure of how many screws does it say, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. Stay up to date. And of course, there is the price, $799.95, coming mid-December. So that means about the 15th, the 10th through the 15th, it'll come out. And of course, it'll be back order because people will pre-order and you probably can't get one in. Be interesting to see who actually gets this thing in, Tower Hobbies and even RC Hobby Pro, and see if they'll do easy pay, whether it's 2 payments or 3 and discounts and all that with free shipping. So that'll be very interesting. This is just a couple of snapshots of it down here. Here are the 2 different colors. That is the height of it. 13.79 inches high. That is pretty high. This will not fit in the back of my car, my real car. 18.9. Yeah, it might. Yeah, it probably fit back there. It's going to be huge. That'll probably be on the RC car I can actually bring back there. But and of course, that's just accessories, what you'll need, batteries, etc. Blah blah blah. But anyway, it does come with a couple of new features. It does have new shocks on it, as you can see there, a new shock design, which is pretty good. The plastic does seem, as far as from these images, does seem to be pretty thick. Doesn't like it's going to break, and they did not use, of course, they couldn't, the regular A-arms like that, what they use on the Stampede 4x4 and the Slash, and even the X01. I can't believe they did that. So I'm hoping that these are compatible with like the X01 and stuff, or they at least update that and put something strong and sturdy on here. But anyway, that's just a quick look at this. You guys put your comments below on this. I know I had a video up and there were some haters out there. So anyway, tell me what you think about this. I think this is going to be pretty interesting to purchase this and get some runs with it. I'm interested in the durability of it. I wish they would make a 10 scale version of this because this is pretty big. I know they made it to be large, but it would have been cool if they would have made this a 10 scale also and make it a Stampede 4x4 2 or something, or a version 2, and put an even more powerful motor in it, better shocks, or maybe a Platinum Edition Stampede 4x4. So anyway, I'm going to stop yapping. I'm going to actually post up a couple of questions for this thing. I can say I kind of like it, but I'm just worried about the size of, man, this thing. If I take this anywhere, this will be the only RC car I could probably carry with me. And running on 2 6S's, that'll be interesting as well. But anyway, don't forget to comment below, like or dislike this video, and subscribe if you have not. Thanks.